Alright guys, let's do flute day number 2. We didn't get to see, 5th grade didn't get to see me this week. 7th grade will, but this will kind of fill in for that. I'll post this online and you'll be able to watch. I'm going to go over two things today. The first half of the video is going to be about the 5th grade music that we're doing, and then the second half is going to be about the 6th and 7th grade music. So once I get done with the 5th grade, then you guys 5th graders can jump off, and then the 6th graders can come on. And 6th graders just kind of scroll through it until you get to the point where I start talking to you guys. We'll be talking about rhinos, do the Roomba in the rain. So just scroll through me until I get done with this beginning bit if you're in the 6th or 7th grade. 5th grade, you're up. Make sure that before you watch this, whether you're in the 5th, 6th, or 7th grade, that you do your warm-ups. Okay, I'm not going to go over them again. I'm not even going to do them. I already warmed up. You need to do your warm-ups first. Once those are done, play this video and we'll talk about this next piece. This is called Rolling Along, and I pulled it out of our workbook that we haven't gotten to use yet. But I pulled it out of the workbook, and I'm going to teach you how to play it. And it's going to be a little difficult for you because, you know, this is probably the first song that we've learned. The first actual song. It's not a warm-up. But it's all very doable, and if you practice, you'll be able to get there, I promise. But we're going to go through this piece by piece. It shouldn't take but 10-15 minutes, and then if you warmed up and then you did this, there's your 30 minutes for the day. Pretty simple, right? So it's another one of these papers where I've got everything lined out. The first thing I would do if I were you, I would fill in my notes. Eventually we're going to stop filling in notes, but it's a good idea to learn how to do that, to learn how to read your notes now and to practice that, especially since we can't do it much in class. So I want you to work on filling in your notes. Once you're done with that, you can restart the video, right? So let's answer these questions. Before we go, I'll just play it for you, and then we'll dive into the questions. Make sure I know how to play it. Nope. Okay, so it's Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? But it's rolling along in the book. So let's talk about the questions. First question, how many beats are in each measure? So this is a really easy thing to solve. There's two ways to solve this. The first one is you can check your time signature. And your time signature is going to be at the very top of the music right next to the treble clef. It says 4/4. So the top number means how many beats are in the measure. The bottom number means which note gets the beat. So what that means is that there are 4 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. Okay, if you can't wrap your head around that yet, that's okay. Another thing you can do is you just count the amount of beats that you see in each measure. So if you look at your first measure, you've got D, C, B flat, C. There's 4 quarter notes in that measure. So if we know a quarter note equals 1 beat, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4. Okay, so there's 4 quarter notes in each measure. That means there's 4 beats per measure. It's really simple. Okay, so we know there are 4 beats in each measure. Knowing that, we can count our measures out, right? So this first measure, we already talked about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then second measure, 1, 2, 3. The 4th beat is a rest. You can say it or you can count it, but we are not going to play it, right? It's a rest. So those first 2 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. 4th beat is a rest. So we're going to play that. You can play along with me if you think you can. You can slow me down. I'm going to play it pretty slow, and you can try to play along, but it's okay if you can't. I just want you to hear how it sounds so you can practice it. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, it's playing too slow. I lost it. Let's try again. Okay, if you heard my stomp on that 4th beat, I'm keeping my beat with my foot, but I'm not playing that beat. Okay, and you're not going to hold that out either. It's not... Nope, that's wrong. You want to stop on that 4th beat. 3rd measure, you've got in C, 1, 2, 3, rest. 4th measure, 1, 2, 3, rest. So those 3 measures that in the middle there are all 1, 2, 3, rest. So this whole first line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. Remember, at the beginning of each measure, you restart the count. You restart at 1. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? You restart your count. The second line, the first half of it is the same rhythm as the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. And then this last two measures gets a little weird, but it's pretty simple. We've got 4 quarter notes, and then the last measure we have 1 quarter note and 3 rests. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest, rest, rest. Okay, so let's clap that whole rhythm, the whole song, and then and then I'll play it for you, and then you can practice playing it, right? So beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest, rest, rest. Okay, I'm gonna play the whole thing now. Slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, that's it. Let's go over the rest of these questions. Okay, so we know how many beats are in this rest, this second question. Well, we know there's 4 beats per measure, and every time that rest shows up, there are 3 quarter notes before it, except for the last measure. So if we know it's 4 per measure, and there's 3 quarter notes, and then 1 rest, that rest has got to equal 1, right? Because it's 3 quarter notes, that's 3, plus what equals 4, right? It's 1. So a quarter rest, the little squiggly, has 1 beat in it. At the end of the song, I just give you this answer. The double bar line means that the song or section is over. You'll see that there's a thick bar line and then a thin one right in front of it. That means that song or section of the song is over. Okay? And this symbol on the B flat means that the note is flat. The little B looks like a golf club kind of. That means the note is flat. Okay? And you don't know a B natural yet. You just know your B flat, which is thumb, first finger, and then your pinky. Okay? You don't know your B natural yet, so don't worry about it. You're just playing your B flat. If you don't know some of these notes, they're all given to you at the bottom of the page. Okay? Everything is there. You've got B flat, which also has A sharp next to it. The little hashtag is a sharp. But it's the same thing as B flat. Just pick one of those fingerings. Okay? You've got C, which is here. D, which is here. And then F. I'm going to play all those back to back, and I'll let you match me if you want to play along. So B flat, 1, 2, B flat, go. C, 1, 2, C, go. D, 1, 2, D, go. And then F, 1, 2, F, go. You'll notice that we skipped one from the first 5 notes, so we know we skipped E flat. It's just not in this song. Don't worry about it. You can practice that one on another time. But that's rolling along. I'm going to play it one more time so that we've got it, and then I will move on. And then after this, you guys can practice whatever you like. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rolling along. Alright, 5th grade, thank you. That's all we need to work on. It's just that song. I want you to practice that and your 5 notes that I've given you before and your warm-ups. I guess that's not all you need to work on, right? You got 3 things. So, work on those this week and practice it for next week. I know I won't get to see you this week. That's too bad, but I'll see you next week. and we'll dive in. 6th and 7th grade, we are up, okay? And I'm not going to give you the full lesson on this part, but I'm going to give you a little bit of work so that you know what's going on. So this is 6th and 7th grade. I'll say it again, 6th and 7th grade for those of you scrolling through trying to find me. Here we go. 6th and 7th grade. When Rhinos Do the Roomba in the Rain Part 2. This is measures 9 through 19. Okay? And we have a first ending and a second ending. I'm going to play it through first for you so you can hear how it sounds, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. If you don't have this one in your hand, which you shouldn't if you're watching it the day I put it out, you can pull it up on the Google Classroom. It should be on there. It'll be on there under Rhinos Part 2 or something like that. Here we go. Rhinos Part 2. And we're about right here. One. And I'm sorry reading this, so don't hate if I mess it up. 1, 2, ready, go. Whoa, brother. Let's try that one more time. Nope. So yeah, we all need to work on this, right? Two, three, four, rest. 2, repeat to the top. Okay, so it's a little weird, and I wouldn't call that the melody. We've got a little bit of a counter melody here, but there's nothing in here that is undoable. It's just got a really weird couple of rhythms here. We really do, some weird rhythms. So I'm not going to go answer all the questions. We'll do that in class. That's fine, or you can answer them yourself. But we are going to just talk this through measure by measure. First measure is real easy. B flat and A in half notes. Make sure you're blowing slower air to get those low notes. Next measure, 1, 2, and right. You hold that 8th note tied to the half note out. 1, 2, and you hold that out. Make sure you count all the way to 4. Right. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Right. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Da da da. Okay, third measure, pretty simple. Fourth measure. Okay, you can breathe after that dotted half note B flat, right? That little section there should be real nice and smooth. Make sure you slur it. You got 2 measures of rest here before your first ending repeat. So when we've got this little first ending here, we're going to take those 2 measures and we're going to rest them, and then we're going to repeat back to the beginning like the repeat sign says. So take it back to the beginning. When we get to that point again, the beginning of the first ending, we're going to skip it and go to the second ending. So listen to the second run through it, the second time through of this tune. And these last 2 measures are the same notes as the first page we did. It's just got a longer B flat at the end. So I'm going to do this whole thing one more time. And you can play along with me, or I'll do it slow first and I'll do it fast. 1, 2, ready, go. First, ending, rest, repeat, now. Don't play it all at speed. Okay, here's the tempo we want to be at. 1, 2, there you go. Nope, too high. 1, 2, right, there you go. Rest, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, repeat, now. I almost forgot to take a second ending. Sorry, but that's the whole thing. And that should match the clarinet part. And all the notes that you need for that are written down low. You just got to practice it. It's really not too difficult. The hardest part is the rhythms, okay? And go back over this video to listen to the rhythms and to watch me tell you the rhythms, because that's the only way you're going to learn them, okay? Count them out and practice them. That's the best way to do this. But that's Reynolds in the Room of the Rain, measured 9 through 19. Next week we'll get into the next set of measures, and hopefully we'll be able to start recording some of this stuff, because these measures are not too hard. We should be able to handle it. Okay? This week I wanted to record, but we didn't get to it because we didn't have class. So maybe we'll do it next week, but it's whatever. I'm not under a huge time restraint here. We'll just do what we can. If you have any questions, let me know. I will see you next week. Have a great rest of the week. Goodbye.